It started with a simple, unsettling discovery. Lulu, a concerned citizen, came across a white pickup truck, crumpled and quiet on the side of the road. Her heart pounding, she called it in, describing the scene with a chilling calm. A person inside, unresponsive, hidden behind a deployed airbag. She couldn't see who it was, but she knew something was horribly wrong. When Chase, the ever-diligent cop, arrived, he gently questioned Lulu. She recounted the events, the empty road, the lone vehicle, her futile attempts to reach the man inside. Chase's reassurance that she had done everything she could was a small comfort, but the image of that truck and the person within it was seared into her mind. The victim was on his way to the hospital, but the mystery of who he was and what happened to him hung in the air. Meanwhile, at the hospital, an entirely different kind of shock was unfolding. Liz, ever the compassionate nurse, shared a quiet moment with Lucas. They were talking about Britt, assuming she was fighting to get her job back. When Liz's world stopped, a news alert flashed across her computer screen. Monica Quartermain had died. The news hit like a physical blow. It was an impossible truth. How could the entire family not know, but the whole world did? Liz's mind reeled back, remembering Monica's kindness, her legendary presence, her being Jake's first art customer. Lucas's words echoed the disbelief. This place won't be the same without her. The news of Monica's death rippled through Port Charles, tearing at the very fabric of the Quartermain family. Drew, still at the hospital, recovering, had a visitor, Danny. The conversation was strained, filled with the old wounds and new grief. Danny's plea was simple yet profound. Let him see Scout. He argued that Scout was scared and needed her family. Drew's refusal was met with a devastating truth from Danny. This was about hurting Jason, but the only person truly being hurt was Scout. Danny's words were a gut punch. Mom wanted us to stay together. She'd hate this. Drew could only watch, speechless, as his nephew delivered a truth he didn't want to hear. In the hospital hallway, Liz's voice, thick with emotion, broke the news to Jake. The weight of her words hung in the air, and a stunned Danny, overhearing, was left to process the impossible. At Bobby's, the younger generation was on a mission. Rocco, Charlotte, and Emma were desperately searching for Rocco's missing dog, Outback. Emma shared a ray of hope. Gio's grandpa, Sonny, had offered a reward. A simple poster was now a beacon of hope, promising a significant sum for the return of a beloved pet. Back at the Quartermain stables, an unexpected turn of events was happening. Molly, with her quick thinking and a few keystrokes, found Outback's owners online. But just as she was about to make the call, Cody stopped her. He had a different theory, a gut feeling that perhaps the dog ran away from a bad situation. Molly's skepticism was clear. The dog was well cared for, and someone was surely missing her. Just then, Gio arrived, searching for the missing dog, and Cody, a flicker of a smile on his face, knew exactly what he had to do. He reunited Gio and Outback, and when Gio offered him a $10,000 reward, Cody's response was a quiet, profound act of kindness. It wouldn't feel right taking it. Donate it to an animal shelter. Molly, witnessing this moment of pure integrity, was clearly impressed. The Quartermain Gatehouse, a place of sanctuary and history, became a stage for another heartbreaking scene. Jason, alone with his thoughts, remembered a story Tracy had told him about Monica, caring for him as a sick baby. It was a memory that tied him to this family in a way nothing else could. Michael walked in and saw the raw emotion on Jason's face. Jason, with a heavy heart, delivered the news of Monica's death. Michael's regret was palpable. He hadn't visited her that morning, a deviation from a cherished routine. Jason explained he was about to tell Monica about Drew's shooting when he found her. He knew instantly. The air was different. Her energy was gone. He was overwhelmed with regret, thinking about all the time he'd kept Michael away from the Quartermains. But Michael reassured him their bond as a teenager was strong, and he knew Monica loved having Jason and Danny there. At the main house, Ned and Brooke Lynn received texts from Tracy. They arrived to a devastating reality. Tracy, blunt and shattered, delivered the news. Monica died. The family's rock was gone. Tracy's grief was so profound, so raw, as she remembered Monica's last moments with the grandchildren. She shared that she had promised to take care of everyone Monica loved. The weight of her loss was almost unbearable, but Brooke Lynn and Ned were there for her, a small comfort in a world suddenly without Monica. Michael, rejoining his family, offered Tracy a heartfelt embrace, thanking her for being Monica's best friend. He said Monica was the foundation of the family and that he was her pride and joy, which is why everything should be his. A small but important moment of gratitude and shared grief. Back at the hospital, Liz, with a lump in her throat, told Drew the news. The rant he was on a moment ago about Jason and Danny stopped cold. The anger, the frustration, all of it replaced by a stunning silent grief. As the dust settled on one tragedy, a new one was just beginning. Mayor Collins met with Anna and Dante, who revealed a shocking link between the judge's murder and Drew's shooting. A bribed judge, a Swiss bank account, a wire transfer. The pieces were all there, but the puzzle was far from complete. The fate of Port Charles hung in the balance, and Anna hoped to get answers from Drew himself. At the gatehouse, a son found his father in tears. Danny, putting aside their differences, sat next to Jason and quietly put his arm around his shoulder. It was a silent gesture of support, a bond forged in grief. Outside the stables, Cody and Emma found a moment of their own. Emma, looking for Gio, found more than she was looking for when he finally appeared with Outback. Their shared joy over the dog's return led to a long-awaited kiss. At Bobby's, Lulu picked up her kids. She was shaken but grateful and ready to be with her family. Rocco and Charlotte, meanwhile, were still processing the news of Britt. The reality of her being alive, of possibly meeting her, felt so much more real and daunting now. The day's final and most shocking chapter was yet to be written. Anna and Dante arrived at the hospital to see Drew, but their attention was diverted by the arrival of the crash victim. Lucas, the first to see him, looked up at the cops, his face a mask of unbelief. Anna and Dante walked over, their expressions mirroring his. The mystery of the white pickup truck was solved, but the truth was more shocking than anyone could have imagined.